Afternoon, friends. Just getting a load of water here. We haul water. Just backing the trailer up. We don't have wells here. We haul water. Just give me a second here. There you go. The world's ugliest flat deck bobcat trailer. Good morning, friends. People that know me that want property in the country, they go, "What did you do on Saturday?" And I say, hauled water, and they go, "What?" This is how we roll here. There we go. That's what I did. You don't have wells here, folks. The water table, it is what it is, clay soil. So I pull that. That's why I love the Tundra. She pulls that, and that is heavy. Nice, beautiful day. I'm happy that tree's coming back. We had an ice storm 2 years ago, and I pruned it last fall, and it's starting to regenerate. I like that tree. It took a big hit. Here, I'll get you guys set up here. There we go. This is usually what I do when I'm I bumped you there with my big feet. There you go. This is usually what I do when I'm draining water. I'll come into the shop and putter for 10-15 minutes. How you guys doing? So yeah, just doing my chores. It's getting to be that time of the year. I haul water about every 3 weeks into that cistern, and that's our drinking water. So you appreciate water when you don't use it, or when you don't have unlimited access to it. It's funny, maybe it's the country in me, but when I'm in the city and I'm at someone's house and they just leave the tap running, I'm like, anyhow. How you guys doing? It's getting to be spring. It's starting to warm up. It's not super warm today, but I see the long-term forecast. The temperatures are going to go up and up and up. So hopefully, got to get the tiller going, till the garden. I'm not sure how much of a garden we're going to have this year. If we do, I'll show you guys. My wife is an excellent gardener. It's pretty dry this year. We water our plants with a dugout. And I'll have to show you guys a little bit more of the compound here. It's set up. We're set up to be fairly self-sustained. Well, as self-sustained as you can be in modern times. I have generators and stuff like that, but the power grid seems to be more stable. When we first moved out here, we had power outages all the time. And I want to say something, guys. You guys asked me about live streams. We're getting high-speed internet here. We're on the list. They are going to push fiber optic lines to the compound, which will completely change my world. We haven't had access to high-speed internet here. Everything I do on this channel is done off my phone, and mobile data. So, which again is one of the reasons why I've live streamed once. It worked okay, but it's pretty hit and miss. So keep your fingers crossed, friends. Sooner than later, we're going to be able to live stream, and I want to live stream from the shop, not the house, because it would be easier. If you guys have questions, I can show you guys stuff. So I look forward to it. So keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully in the next month or so, we'll be hooked up to the internet. I'll get a Wi-Fi router to here, or figure that out. Maybe we can push a cable here, or I'll do whatever it takes, friends. And then it would be nice to have a laptop and a screen set up in here, so that I can watch YouTube while I'm working, and all the other things that you can do in modern society. living out here for the last decade, we have no services here. I'm just used to living without. Even when we moved in here, my cell phone didn't work. I actually put a tower on the roof of the house and a cell booster, and aimed it at the right tower. So again, just like with saws or trucks or whatever, if there's a problem, I'll usually figure out a workaround. Something you have to do out here. There's no services out here, so when you got a problem, you're either figuring out yourself or you're phoning a neighbor. So anyhow, friends, I wanted to talk about where we're at with Buckin's saw. The deal with this saw. Okay, I'm going to bring you guys in closer, and I'll just set you guys up by the bench here while we're draining water. Just give me a second. Okay, here we'll just... You guys see that right there? That is an impulse nipple. See that? Okay. You guys were asking, how am I going to run that carb on there? I'm going to move this out of the way, and then you guys can see the cylinder. Okay? Okay, so what I did is I drilled the right size hole, and I pressed the nipple into there with some JB Weld. Okay? And I'll turn the light on for you guys. Okay, so waiting for it to dry, we're going to blend that back in. That's why I didn't go any farther with the grinding, because I knew I was going to have to take care of that. So basically what that's going to do is, and notice I angled it to miss the bolt. Okay, and this is going to run through, and on top of the carburetor there's an impulse hose. There's our setup. I've been swinging a hammer for 20 years. I hit my thumb a couple days ago. It's amazing. When you hit your thumb, why do you hit it again and again and it just gets sore? Okay, friends, so this is what we got going on. I'm going to run a piece of Tygon. Okay? I'm going to run a piece of Tygon from there to there. That will give us the necessary impulse to actually run this 390 carb. Okay? I believe I'm going to have to do a few mods to the throttle shaft. I got to trim this off there, but it's all doable, and it works. You don't need to do that on a standard build. This carb would probably overcarburate on a standard saw. So it's one of those things. I mean, you don't really need to do that. Now, there's your impulse line on your standard carb setup, and right here, okay? Well, this this carburetor isn't set up for an impulse line, okay? It's just not that type of carb. So the only way to impulse it is through here, right? And your diaphragm's under there, and it pushes and pulls, and that's what makes it pump fuel through the carb. That's your fuel pump. So if you don't do that, it's not going to work. But you guys are asking me. I know Harvey's shown this on his channel a few times, but I figured I'll show it too, so you guys kind of know what I'm doing. You know I'm dropping bolts. I'm always dropping bolts. I don't even know where that bolt went. And I just kicked it because it was under my boot. There you guys go. Okay, so that's what we're doing. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. Fits almost like it was meant to. I am going to have to trim this tab off of this carburetor. In fact, I'll do it right now. Get something done today. Actually, no, I'll do it later. I'll do a nice job. This is Mr. Buckin's saw. Give me a second, I'll do it right now. Okay. Alright, trim that off the tab. Now let's see how she fits. Okay, put the carb on here. Okay. Oh, and I put it on backwards. You guys get the idea though. So the reason why we're doing this is I'm turning this thing up hot. Like, I want to make this pound for pound probably the strongest saw I've ever built. And it should be with the components that Harvey sent to the channel. Again, thank you, buddy. Couldn't have made this happen without you. You know, with the components that Harvey sent me to try, this thing should be awesome. As soon as he sent me these parts, I knew where I was going with this build. So, okay, there we go. And again, impulse to here. Let's go check our water. A day in the life of Tinman. This is what goes down, guys. Get stuff done where I can, when I can. There you go. Okay, put her in tow haul and off to get another load. Let me fix the screen here, it's a little dirty. There we go. Sorry guys, dirty fingers. So, I do this every 2 or 3 weeks. I'm wearing my seatbelt, I swear. What's a seatbelt in the country? I do this every 2 or 3 weeks, haul water. Just part of living out here. And don't worry, that's gonna stop right about now. Anyways, I do that every 2 or 3 weeks, haul my water. The whole point of that wood hauler / water truck is I want to put, hold on here folks, oh there we go. I misjudged it. I'm gonna put airbags on that diesel, and the tank we're pulling right now, I want to put it in the bed of the truck. That tank weighs 80-90 pounds, easily moved in and out of the bed. And the old water trailer needs some work. I bought this trailer for, I don't even know. I got it cheap, but it was one of those you got to come get it right here today kind of scenarios. So we drug it home, and I've been pulling this trailer for like 10 years. We've lost a wheel or two, and I like to rewire my trailer generally every second, third time I use it. That's just the way it is. But so yeah, the whole idea, I'm gonna put some good low range tires on that 6.5 diesel and airbags for the rear suspension, and I think I could save time, especially in winter. Backing the trailer in and out of snow drifts and that can be a little tough. So that's the plan with the water hauler. I can't wait to have that truck done, and we're gonna put a headache rack on it, and I want to make a rack for saws, probably attached to the headache rack. I have an idea. Do that, and I can slip all the saws in the rack at the end of the day and drive home with a full load of wood. So I'm pretty excited. Other than that, I'm just gonna run that thing. I'm not gonna lift it or do anything silly. I'm just gonna put super aggressive mud tires on, and be done with it. Maybe a plow. You guys think the Tinman should put a plow on his 3-quatch? I think I should. I'll hit you guys back up on the next load. We'll go do something else. I got some trees to trim. I think that's what we'll do. We'll trim some trees with the Pro Max 6. Hit you guys back up later. Okay folks, we're on the way back with the next load. As soon as I unhook up the water line and start draining, I'll let's fire up that Pro Max 6. I got some dead spruce trees in the one of my tree lines. They're dead. They need to come down. I'll just limb them up with the Pro Max 6 and clean up the debris. I like to do that. We have the trees here grow a lot of branches, and it's just the way they grow here. You do a lot of limbing. I don't know if that's a northern climate or what. They try and get as much photosynthesis happening because the growing season's so short. I don't know. That's just my guess. So let's limb that up with that Pro Max 6 and see the deal. I had it running the other day. It runs not too bad. I think the diaphragms are a little stiff in the car, but let's put some fuel through her and see if that thing wants to run. Ooh, listen to that 5.7. Oh yeah, she's got big power. Okay, see you guys when we're done draining. Okay, load number 2. This is what I do on Saturdays and Sundays, friends. I multitask. Can always find time to do stuff. And let's go grab that little Pro Max 6 that Jeff sent us, and let's prune some trees while we're draining water. See? Who says fellas can't multitask? I can, sometimes, when I remember to. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it, buddy. Definitely a handy saw around here. Well, there we go. That concludes our Saturday with the Tinman, water hauling with the Tinman. That's what we do here. We have cisterns. There's no town water pushed to my property, so that's just part of the deal. I love it. I grew up in an area where they hauled water, and we still haul water, so it's a thing. Just ran to the corner. I had to get milk and some supplies, and I met up with a subscriber, Brad. Hey, buddy. Always good to bump into a subscriber. He was the first person to help the channel out. I don't forget that. And that cool little muffler on Buckins XL76 actually came from Brad. So thank you, buddy. And just driving home, I feel like we had a good productive day. I feel it. It's 8 o'clock. Got up at 4 a.m., 4:30 this morning, and you know, got the water hauled, the trees pruned, went to the dump, went and met Brad. It's a good day. Tomorrow morning, I think I'm going to grind Buckin's exhaust port and reshape his intake. And yeah, maybe we'll bar up some saws and go cutting tomorrow. It's supposed to be warm. Anyhow, as always, thanks for watching. Take her easy. Later, guys. Thanks for hanging out. This fella needs some food. Hungry. Tinman hungry. Later.